Yeah, it's that time again. You felt a void in your soul, a dark chasm unable to be filled. Your only hope was powerful, adorable, collectible collectibles. Yeah, it's that time again. Figure update, June 2025 edition. We're not playing around in this episode. It's been a long time since I did my last one. Over 4 months ago. It was February 2025. I guess figure update is going to be a quarterly affair now. I think that is fair. I'm not getting necessarily incredible figures every month. I get a thing here and there. And over a few months, I think I should round up the best ones and show them to you here. Just to catch you up to speed. Previously on Figure Update, my favorite franchise, Power Rangers, is still dormant, lying dead in the dirt. So that's an update on that, which will make the ending of this episode that much sadder. Stay tuned for what that's going to be. But before we show the figures, gotta wet the pipes. I hate seltzer water. Anyway, this quarter of Figure Update, like I said, maybe the quantity isn't there like it used to be. This is all about the quality. What you're about to see is prime figure real estate. You could look at it on the shelf. You could look at it in a museum. It's all the same either way because this stuff is premium. None of this chintzy, weekend fan kind of stuff. No, this is strictly for the hardcore. So if you're ready, take my hand and let's look at the new figures. There's a box here from Japan that just arrived only mere hours ago. I haven't even looked at what's in that box. So we're going to look at that towards the end. Stay tuned. Let's kick this off right. Evangelion. I don't have the box for this because I opened it on our podcast set and I think it's still in there. I never went back to clean it up. I have been waiting for this for a long time. A very long time. When they release Eva figures, they almost never do anyone male. Like it's usually Rei or Asuka or Misato, But not only is this a male character, it's my favorite character in the entire series and maybe in anime. I'm talking about Ikari Gendo. Ikari Gendo. Gendo is my favorite character, one of my favorite characters in fiction. And the fact they did a Nendoroid of him, I was very, very happy. And I've cut back on the Nendoroids, but this was like not even a question. He also comes with, this was quickly opened, but he also comes with a desk for, you know what this is all about. I'm doing that. Comes with the gear for that. And then they also sold an accessory kit through the Good Smile website where it was all the Sele pillars, all the pillars around them in the meetings. But for some reason that shipped like April last year. Like I got that like over a year ago. And then it's like, okay, what happened? Where's Gendo? And Gendo just showed up last month. And it was like, oh, okay. But now I don't even know where those pillars are. It's been a year. I don't know where they are. So I got to go find those. But anyway, so this will be much cooler once I find that. But they still did a great job on this. That captures his likeness very well. I love that. There's more Ava stuff later. For now, let's get... Actually, let me show you something else that came around the same time as that one. All you Ultraman fans. All you fans of the American series Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. You know Gridman. Gridman was adapted into that show, Cyber Squad, here in America. And they did an S.H. Figuarts version of what that was based on, Gridman, where he goes into the computer and fights viruses. Anyway, what's sad about this is I opened it because I put, I don't think I showed this on the last figure update. I showed the figure on the desk for the podcast, and now I don't know where the figure is. This was not a cheap one either. I would actually argue it's not worth the price. And now I can't find it. So, it's a nice box. So, stay tuned on that. I'm going to find that, and I will let you know what happens. Okay, we're bouncing around fast. We're not playing around. This is actually something that this is actually, when did I get this? I saw this in Japan and I didn't get one for myself. And then I imported a game. I imported the new Dead or Alive game from Japan because it's not coming out here. It's Dead or Alive Prism. Venus Vacation Prism. You're running a beach resort. And I think it might be the most boring game I've ever played because, they've done like Dead or Alive Volleyball before where you're playing games to win points and unlock stuff. And this, you're actually, it's like a visual novel basically. And you're just talking to girls and seeing like if they can help you. And you're just texting. Half the game you're texting on a phone. It's like, now we're playing games where we're texting all the time. Like I already am doing that too much. I'm texting half my day. Now I got to play a game where I'm doing that. Terrible game. But when I ordered it, I threw this into the cart. They did whoa, I almost dropped it. These are Pixel, what are they called? Pixel, I don't know. They're from the Pixel remasters of Final Fantasy. They did all these little vignettes. Somewhere around here I have a Final Fantasy IV one too. I got one where it's Cecil, after it becomes a paladin knight. But anyway, this is the opening to FF6, which, what an incredible opening. If you really like, I just remember when that game came out, how cinematic that was. All right, move out. And you see these, Magitech armor mech guys walking through the snow as the credits drop. What an incredible opening that was. And if you're only seeing it now for the first time, you don't know how heavy that was, seeing that, like waiting years for that game to come out. Because I loved Final Fantasy 4 or 2 back when it was Super Nintendo days, I should say. And what a powerful opening that was. I wasn't even into movies that much as a kid. I mean, there were movies that I loved, don't get me wrong, but cinematically, I didn't go down the rabbit hole. I was, as movies I watched growing up were just kind of like, okay, I watched Aladdin on a tape again and again. And occasionally something would really strike me, but I got all my cinematic value out of video games. Like, oh, that's so cool what they did in the story here, and how cool they directed this opening. And then, you get older and you find out that a lot of that stuff was just copied wholesale from like Star Wars or, things of that nature. But that didn't make it any less magical. It was really, really magic. It was really, really cool to see a medium that was only, a dude jumping around and making noises and that it could tell a story and convey a mood like that was like felt like you were witness to something that you shouldn't be seeing. You know what I mean? Like a miracle was happening every time you played. I don't know. That was kind of amazing. Gotta wet the pipes. It tastes like shit. Okay. Let's just get it. Let's do another little smaller collectible. I can't get a read on this if you all are like, if all of you are feeling like it's annoying when I get the Flaming Dumpster series from 100 Soft. Some people have told me, oh, how are these any better than Funko Pop? So you can tell me. I just feel like, give me your thoughts in the comments, but I think the Flaming Dumpster is so cool, and the fact that it was made by kind of a local artist, I just really like that. But anyway, they did a new one. I got another one. They did a pixelated dumpster, 8-bit dumpster, man. Even the fire is pixelated. I think that's really cute. I don't know. I like them. I don't know what to tell you. I like that they're independently made, and I don't know. I like it. Okay, sue me. Okay, let's just do Star Wars because we know it's coming. I cannot remember. Did we show on the last figure update? I don't think we did. Hasbro started releasing figures for Shadows of the Empire, one of the most famous expanded universe stories. It was a novel, which I read, oh my God, back in the day, I read it cover to cover. And the video game, it really was like the biggest Star Wars thing until the post-original trilogy, until the prequels came out. I think in the 90s, everyone was, Star Wars had, we were on the cusp of getting new episodes, and I feel like then the special editions came out, and the thirst had never been higher for new Star Wars. And so this really filled the void at the time. Anyway, they released Prince Shizor. Prince Shizor, if you never read it, maybe many of you did, I don't know, but Prince Shizor was the evil villain guy in the story, and his ability was he had super strong pheromones that like women couldn't resist, which is really a great power, it's like a better version of the Force, where you can just smell really good, I would rather smell really good than make things float. But anyway, he had superpowered pheromones, and so I think Princess Leia goes to stop him, like she goes to infiltrate or whatever, and she gets so horny she just stops. She just goes, never mind, I'm not against this guy. God, I'm so horny. I just want to get up in that Shizor. You know what I mean? I want to I'm Leia on his Shizor till he Organa. It doesn't. YouTube, cut that. All right. Anyway, but this was always a cool villain. It's a super dope. They're making a Black Series figure of him. Never thought we were going to get a high quality 6-inch Prince Shizor, so that's extremely cool. Thank you, Hasbro, for doing that. You did that right. And then this was an exclusive. I thought it was just exclusive to it was Hasbro and then Disney's website. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just order it from Hasbro's website, if it doesn't matter. This is, it was going to be the same price on either. So I ordered it from the Hasbro website. But what pisses me off is, so I'll just show you real quick. They did a 2-pack. It's Luke and Leia from Shadows of the Empire. And I'll explain that in a second. But what pissed me off is these are in the parks too for the same price. Why does that piss me off? Because I have an annual pass and I get a discount. So I could have got 20% off this thing instead of full damn price, like on their site. Anyway, so I'm mad about that. This is a great 2-pack. It's Luke Skywalker in the Imperial Guard outfit. He attempts to infiltrate, Leia is, when she's under Shizor's capture, he has to infiltrate to rescue her, and then Leia is dressed like the bounty hunter Boushh, which you see in the opening of Return of the Jedi, and you probably wondering how'd you get that whole getup. Well, you find out in Shadows of the Empire she was trying to gather intel on the Black Sun organization, and get more info on Shizor's little empire. But she gets all sucked up in the that whole pheromone situation. She gets all horned up and never comes back. So Luke goes to rescue her. Anyway, yeah, there were 4-inch figures of these back in the day when Shadows of the Empire was a new thing. But this is the first time we've gotten a 6-inch scale, nice quality version. Of course, what everyone was asking after this came out was, where is Dash Rendar? Dash Rendar was the main character of Shadows of the Empire. And then just about a month or two ago, they finally put, all right, it's coming out. And they put it up for pre-order. And that's the first Star Wars figure I've seen in a long time that sold out on every website. I think people have a big affinity for Shadows of the Empire. I think they should milk that a little bit more, or just do a movie, do a series, adapt it to a Disney Plus series. Don't do Skeleton Crew or whatever. Do I have shit on my nose? I thought I did. Anyway, I just want to make sure there's no boogers in the video. Okay, last Star Wars thing, I think. Now going to a different celebrated thing. It's the 20. No. Last year was the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. Okay, so it's not the anniversary now. Who cares? They did Sebulba, the best pod race pilot. Bantapuru. You know what I'm saying? Comes with a frog to eat. Comes with, what the hell is that? Oh, his racing mask or whatever. Yeah, his goggles. This is legit. They killed it. They did a really good job. Sorry, my voice is thrashed. I had a long. I was out of town for a while. I was just yelling a lot. Anyway, they nailed it on this. They really, really did. I was so happy to see that. I hope that they do Black Series figures for the other pilots. I kind of doubt they will, because that's so much special tooling to do for just Ben Quadanero, and they're not going to release that again. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would love to see them do that more. More pod racers. Okay, what else we got? Okay, a lot of these just came out, at least since the last time I did a figure update. Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts. And of course, these are figures that look like the original artwork for Final Fantasy VII, the original character artwork by Tetsuya Nomura. Did I not open this? I swore I opened this already. I'll open it right now. Did you notice something weird on the front? I sure did. Did it stand out to you too? What's different than the artwork? Because it pissed me off, if I'm being honest. Now let's get this open here. I'll show you if I can. I swore I already opened this. I'm having deja vu, or no, what's deja vu? Remembering something that didn't happen. What do you call that? This bugs me. I love Sid. Sid from FF7, one of my favorite characters. This bugs me. If I can actually show you. Here we go. Ready? Damn, this guy's plastic up. They put plastic all over this MF. What do you call these? I call them bibs. I think it's so they don't get paint on parts when they ship it or something, but I don't know. I'm just ripping shit. Don't mind me. Okay. These Bring Arts figures are so well done, so detailed, and I love the posability. I'm always a fan of posable figures. I've talked about that a million times. But let me show you. I just got to get rid of all this damn plastic. Oh my God. It's static clinging to my every orifice. Okay. Do you know? Oh my God, the fucking head come off. Okay. Okay, so far my review, the head is really coming off easy. Okay. Get off my hand. Super detailed, super posable. Does that look weird to you? He's making that face because he's supposed to have a fucking cigarette in his mouth. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be like it's almost like it's a stogie, but it's not. It's just a cigarette. I don't like him just grinning like that. I don't know. He looks like I don't know. Looks like a little pervert, you know? saw your panties. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Why didn't they include the cigarette? Guys, he can't have a cigarette. I mean, no one under the age of fucking 30 is buying this figure anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you can't give him a cigarette? Who cares? No, we can't. No, smoking is bad. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay, and he has a straight face that like a solemn face that he can put on too. Can you see that? But I don't know. None of these faces strike me as really great. I don't know. The figure overall is cool, but the face bugs me. I don't know why. That just bugs me. Why does he have... Why? Just give him a cigarette. That's like part of his character. He's all stressed out. Shut up. Bring me my goddamn tea, or whatever he says. What does he say in the game? Okay, and then this came out. This shocked me. This threw me for a loop. Then I got this box. Look at this big boy. The box is this big? I didn't know he was going to be huge, but it makes sense because these have all been scaled. I did open this one ahead of time. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Remember that? Terrible song. We've got Kate S.H.F. No one knows how to pronounce it. I think the Japanese original pronunciation is Ketshi, but then they said it in remake as Kate S.H.F. Who knows? Look how big this guy is, though. Damn. And then he has a little, the cat that actually controls the Moogle robot. Sorry, that was a mouthful. To anybody who hasn't played these. But he can sit on top, and that's via a stand that is included that clips onto the wings. I'm not going to pose this at all any further because anytime I have touched this fucking guy up here, the arm falls off, the legs fall out, his torso comes off. It's the most fragile figure ever, and it's a miracle that it's even stayed on this long for this clip. The bottom figure, the Moogle, is great. That's just a solid ass figure. But Homeboy upstairs is just not. So anyway, I really like this figure. I think this is amazing, and I love that they committed to the size. But I have to mark it down for the cat at the top falling apart. It's just brutal. And I can't believe you didn't see it on camera. Seriously, every time I move that thing, his torso is popping off, and he's just, I don't know, it looks bad. Okay. Oh my God. Look who I found. Gridman. I found him. He was at the bottom of the box. Oh, what you must think of me. Cool figure, but this figure was very expensive. I don't think it was worth that. Did I show that? I didn't show this guy on a previous figure update. I don't think I did. But I feel like I complained about that before. Like, he's not really worth the money. He was a web exclusive in Japan, I think, and looks cool, but eh. Anyway, okay. Another collectible from Japan. As I said earlier, I've had to cut down on the Nendoroid figures. I just have too many. But every now and then they have one that is undeniable. That is, it's like, oh, I have to get that. The Gendo Akari for me was one. And then something I never, ever see merch for. Like, I never see anything about this. Is one of my favorite anime series from way back in the day. Serial Experiments Lain. The designs were done by one of my favorite artists, Shada Abe. I have a piece by them made out to me. They drew it for me at a con, and I need to frame it and like put it up, but they did it on like a canvas thing, and I don't know how to frame it. So I have to figure that out, custom frame it or something. Anyway, but yeah, they did a figure of Lain. There was no question I had to get this. One of my favorite series. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but one of my favorite series that really understood the nature of the internet. This was made in I can't remember, between 98 and 2000. And they really accurately, accurately predicted the nature of social media and our obsessions and how far we go online, how chronically online we could get. It was really, really prescient in that way. So I really loved this show. And there was a lot of like your own interpretation. And yeah, this just came out. So I think you can order it as of present day. Present time. Okay, so this next box is stuff that just arrived hours ago. A lot of this just came out. For some reason, like every figure I had ordered across months, it like all came out May 30th, and I don't know why. I'm going to show you some more Final Fantasy stuff. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff in this box. A lot more Final Fantasy stuff. Okay, let's go. These are numbered? I don't know why they're numbered. So they kind of released all the mainline figures. As far as I know, all the mainline FF7 characters are released now in the Bring Arts line. So now they're doing secondary characters, Akka the Turks and President Shinra. Just came out literally days ago, I think. Actually, maybe this one came out a while ago. But you can, with a lot of these import sites, you can hold items online until a bunch of them come out and then ship them all at once to save money. And so that's what I did. But anyway, Rufus Shinra, again, looking just like that artwork. Very cool. I haven't even opened it yet, but this line has me by the nuts. There's no way I'm not picking these up. No way. So that's there. What's next? Then this, I think this one just came out. Rude. That one just came out. I love that he's got all his like fisticuffs. You know, you could pose him to do that stuff. I just love, love that this stuff looks just like the old artwork. Oh my God. I'm a sucker. They really got me by the balls on this line. I'm telling you, I can't quit if I wanted to. I can't help it if I wanted to. I can't help it even if I could. My voice is just gone. I'm really sorry. And then this surprised me. This just came out. I forgot I even pre-ordered this. Like, I think I pre-ordered it last Anime Expo. Wow. It was that long ago. Anime Expo's next month. The Hardy Daytona. So they're not even releasing figures of dudes. They're doing the bikes. And again, Cloud with that next to it. Come on. This was a little pricey though. I mean, these all have been. But this one in particular, I'm kind of unsure of. Like, I'm gonna display him next to Cloud, but is it gonna stand out that much? Or it was worth the money, you know what I mean? You'll notice Rufus Shinra, you'll notice the Turks. But this, I don't know. This might vanish into the background on my shelf. So I don't know if I should have done that. And then let's keep with FF7. That's it for the Bring Arts. I can never remember the name of that line. That's enough of the Bring Arts. But their collection of big figures, Play Arts Kai, which was kind of the original figures that Square made. And it's weird to think that these used to be affordable because now they cost way too much. But they never released. They did most, I think, all of the FF7 remake rebirth characters. And I have a shelf in my home with all of them in a row because I love those characters. They never did. They did Yuffie, but they made her. She was from the remake DLC, Intergrade or whatever it was called. So she's in like her like Moogle outfit. They never did just straight up rebirth, like clean outfit Yuffie. Well, they just did. It just came out. There's Yuffie from Rebirth. Sometimes these come out and they look a little rough. I think this one looks pretty damn good. I think they killed it. That looks great to me. And she has a wigged out face too. Thought that was kind of cool. Where am I pointing? Right there. That looked kind of cool, you know. She's stealing materia on the back. Anyway, yeah, I'm not like the biggest fan of this character, but I wanted to have the whole team. You know what though? They haven't done one for Vincent. Oh, that's coming, right? I know they did. It was like Play Arts. What was it? They have Play Arts Kai, Bring Arts, and then they did something that was like, maybe someone in the audience knows, but like Perfect Arts or something. It was something where they did Vincent from Rebirth, but it had real cloth and real materials and stuff like that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? So maybe I wonder if that's the only version of Vincent we'll get. They have to do a Play Arts Kai version. Because I want to say it was like hundreds of dollars. It was a lot. I ain't doing that. So, okay. Now I'm going to circle back around to, like I said earlier, one of my favorite characters in fiction. You already saw Nendoroid Gendo. Gendoroid, if you will. Wouldn't it be nice if Good Smile did a Figma version of him so that it wasn't, chibi like that. Like he was just normal, like a really just nice deluxe quality figure of Gendo. They did it. Figma Gendo Ikari. We finally, after all these years, have a high quality posable Gendo Ikari. This literally never happened before. There was like a Sega like prize figurine of Gendo. They finally did Figma a posable high quality Gendo Ikari. Isn't that amazing? The only thing I'm bummed about is it's strictly the rebuild version, which I loved rebuild, and especially he was extremely interesting in the last one. 3.0 plus 1.0. What? Thrice Upon a Time. I couldn't think of the subtitle for a minute. Anyway, he's strictly that version where he's got the visor on, and then without the visor, he looks all cracked out. Why I'm a little disappointed is it's been so long and we've been waiting for a Gendo figure for that long. He's missing a hand. I just realized he doesn't have a hand. See that? Is it because Ray accepted the Atom embryo? End of Eva fans know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, I wish, because we waited so long for a high quality figure of this guy, I wish you could make him look like just old school Gendo with the glasses and the, you know what I mean? I'm disappointed that, I mean, you can pose him that way. He's like that right there, but it's not, I wish there was old school Gendo. You know what I mean? But I'll take what I can get. Any port in a storm at this point. Love it. Anyway, it looks cool. I'm excited, but I got something even better than that. I have, that was one of my favorite characters in fiction. Maybe here I got one of the best characters in fiction. Not my favorite, but definitively one of the best. Yeah. There have never been good figures of these characters, at least up to my standard. So, Japan stepped in and gave us S.H. Figuarts. Frodo fucking Baggins. We've got Bagginses. And, excuse me, does that... I wish he would come with Gollum. He comes with Gollum. Are you seeing that? You got Frodo Baggins and Gollum. There he is. Boom. And there he is. Look, he's begging you to buy the figure. Oh, my precious. Use Apple Pay. Meh. I mean, Lord of the Rings finally enters the world of Japanese figures in a big way. Look at that. He's got Sting, real material cape. I don't always like that, but we'll see. Aragorn coming up next. Stay tuned. I never thought I would see S.H. Figuarts, Lord of the Rings. Bilbo fucking Baggins. How lucky are we that we got that? It's funny because his likeness, I think, is all right on the box. Like, I think that looks good. I think that looks like Elijah Wood, somewhat. The toy is even, it's like Finn Wolfhard. Like, look at that. You know what I mean? It's not the right person. Anyway. Lord of the Rings has finally entered the chat. You know what I mean? Now, the figure collecting game has changed because Lord of the Rings is an option now. Now we're getting S.H. Figuarts, Aragorn, and who's going to be after that? Legolas, Gimli. The choices are endless. So anyway, Frodo Baggins, there you go. All right, we're coming to the end. This next one, this next and final item is a heartbreaker. It makes me sad for the state of things. Now, I told you Power Rangers in the collectible market was essentially dead. But sometimes dead men do tell tales. This is a heartbreaker because he was supposed to be here with his team, and only he arrived. One of the all-time greatest Rangers in one of the all-time nicest figures they've ever made for the character. The best. This is my first figure by this company. I think I pre-ordered this over a year and a half ago. The Gold Ranger. Power Rangers Zeo, the Gold Ranger. I have been waiting for these 3-0 figures. They announced they were doing Power Rangers Zeo. God, look at the branding on this box. My God. I love powerful graphic design on a box. Anyway, look at that. Look at that. What makes these figures special is they actually have the spandex and every detail. They are high quality figures. Look at that. Oh, Power Rangers Zeo collection. So 3-0, this figure company, maybe I should open this. This figure company announced they're doing Power Rangers Zeo, which was the series after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And no one ever touches it. They only do Mighty Morphin because that's the nostalgic favorite. But Zeo was so sick. And so, yeah, 3-0 announced we're going to do all the Rangers. And they showed all 5 Power Rangers of the original Ranger, of the Zeo Rangers. And you could buy them separately or in a set that has extra stuff, weapons and accessories. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to order that. But it's a lot. And I don't want to be charged right away. But it's not coming out for a year. So I got time to set the money aside. I was very diligent about this. But I ordered it through a third party so they wouldn't charge me right away. The 3-0 website, if you order through there, they charge you immediately. But I think you get things a little quicker too. Case in point, I did order the Gold Ranger through the website because it's that I can pay now. That's way less. I don't want to pay this huge cost up front and not know when I'm going to get them. But the Gold Ranger, that's pretty affordable. Just one Ranger. I'll pay for that up front and get it directly from the 3-0 website. Sure enough, I got this figure last month. I know other people who ordered the 5 Ranger collection, where they got all 5. Those who ordered those and paid for them up front from the 3-0 website got these in March. I did not. I ordered them from a figure website. I think I just ordered them from Big Bad Toy Store. They still have not shown up, and there's no end in sight to this wait. The Gold Ranger was supposed to come out second after you got the 5 Rangers. But because the other site is lagging out so bad, I still don't have those 5 Rangers. But 3-0 got me the Gold Ranger. Is that crazy or what? So I got the second release quicker than the first. I have not opened this before. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Look at that. For some moments in life, there are no words. That's one of the nicest figures I've ever seen. And it's for one of the all-time greatest Rangers, the Gold Ranger. Trey of Triforia, Akka. Well, not Akka. It was Trey lost his powers and then transferred them to Jason. Jason, the original Red Ranger, becomes the Gold Ranger. It's one of the sickest arcs in the show. And there it is. A fantastic figure for a legendary Ranger. This was a huge milestone. I set aside for these figures a long time ago. I hope that the team comes soon. But I have Gold in the meantime. I just wish he could be joined by his brothers and sisters. Anyway, I think that's figure update for this quarter. There may be another one sooner rather than later. We'll see. The summer cons are coming up. Anime Expo, San Diego Comic-Con. I've been seeing some of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives getting announced, and so far they are terrible. I normally always get stuff at the NECA booth. They're really fantastic, but this year it's like a bunch, like the 4 Ninja Turtles surfing. Okay. How many of the Ninja Turtles can we buy? And then Chucky from Child's Play surfing. Okay. And like a kid trick-or-treating. I don't know. It's a bad collection. It's I want to support NECA, but I'm good. I just remembered I have one more thing to show you. I'm sorry. I was going to end it on that note. On the Zeo Rangers. I do want to show you this. This was a gift. This is something from Disney that you could only get as a Club 33 member. And I happened to know one very closely, and they were very generous and went and got this for me. Got to wet the pipes. They went and got this for me, and I couldn't have been more grateful. Club 33, the secret club in Disneyland, gets exclusive stuff all the time, and I bite my tongue and grit my teeth through it, and it's fine. But when they get Indiana Jones stuff, I do not stay quiet. So I said something, and they delivered, and I couldn't be more grateful. They went to Club 33 and not just got me this stuff, but they got me look, there was a nice shopping bag. 30th anniversary of the Indiana Jones adventure. That is the ride in Disneyland. They got me the bag. Even the paper inside, you can't see it on there, is branded Indiana Jones 30th anniversary. Then on top of that, they knew I would want this. I mean, how sweet was this? I'm not going to give their name because they, I don't think they want to put that out there. I guess I'll ask next time. But look, they knew I would want, these are coasters from the bar in Club 33. Look, Spring Into Adventure, the 30th anniversary of the Indiana Jones adventure. Club 33 exclusive. Just the coasters off the table. Before I show this, why was there no Indiana Jones 30th anniversary stuff in the park? What I'm about to show you, it's like nutty. Why they didn't do this. So they got me this. Temple of the Forbidden Eye. A crate from the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, also branded Club 33. And this is a coffee mug. They released a couple mugs. This was a coffee mug that looks like the idol Mara. Isn't that cute? With the gems, and then on the back, Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye, 30th anniversary. I thought that was so cute. You gonna be drinking coffee out of that? You tell me. I don't even know where to display that. That's so cool. Anyway, okay. So that was extremely cool. They got me that. Now I tell you every episode, I'm not really a tiki guy. Oh. But this next one, I totally forgot it. I can't believe I almost didn't show this. And again, I can't thank them enough. This was so unbelievably generous. Okay, this one is just a Temple branded 33. This was the sought after thing from the Indiana Jones Club 33 collection. That other thing was a mug. Standard. This is a tiki mug. So you know everyone's trying to get it. Why didn't they do something like this at Trader Sam's at Disneyland? I don't know. But look at that. Look at that. It's the dart, the skeleton dart shooter guys from that part of the ride. When the darts shoot past you. Look, and it's got the snakes at the top. And then it's finished on the inside with like gold or bronze or something. Like, my God, look at that. And then on the bottom, oh, Club 33. Oh, I could not be more grateful. Like I said, like I warned you, sometimes I do show the mugs. I love the mugs from Trader Sam's at Disney, outside Disneyland, and when they do them inside Club 33. I mean, this is the same kind of thing. And when it's Indiana Jones, I need it. I can't believe they didn't do something like a different color variant or something for Trader Sam's. I just don't get it. That is like free money. It's not even free money. It's just money. You just make money. Isn't that what you do? Anyway. Pipes have been wet for the last time. Now we're finally done. Sorry, I was going to end on the Gold Ranger, but I just remembered I had that, so I had to show you. Anyway, thank you, everybody, so much for another great figure update. Collecting because of you. Thanks to you and your support. Well, your support doesn't go directly to this, but, you know, my job allows me to do this stuff, so I appreciate it. Anyway, tell me in the comments, what did you like the most? What do you dig the most? And, you know, what are you looking forward to the most of the figures coming out later this year? I really like that they're doing, just in terms of upcoming stuff, I love that they are doing the gamer, what do they call it? Marvel Legends. They're doing figures that look like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and stuff. So I just pre-ordered Venom versus Captain America, but I'm really waiting for the Shumagorath figure. They're calling it something else now because they lost the rights to Conan or whatever. I don't even know if people know what I'm talking about, but now they call him like Garganto or something. I don't know what they call him. But the Shumagorath figure, that looks amazing. So I'm really looking forward to those. Oh, did I already show that there was a pixel polygon cloud? Did I already show that? Hold on. Yeah, dude, check it out. They did. Polygon cloud.